Hey guys, Joshua here, and welcome back to YouTube. And I know, I forgot to to react to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 full trailer. It's because once once I was once I posted the video for the ZAJ CU37 or something like that, reacting to that video. I've forgotten all about this. So anyway, let's just react to this. And this one is Five Nights at Freddy's 2024 full trailer. And this is it. So let's just watch it and see what this says. And don't worry, I will if I don't post this tonight, and then I will post this tomorrow. So let's just see what this is. No. Oh, that's loud. Wait, what's that say? Five Nights at Freddy's 2 teaser trailer. Yeah. Teaser trailer starts now.
Good morning, Hurricanes. It's now 7 a.m. in the fruit basket. Looking like a beautiful day with temperatures around 65 degrees. In local news, I've got to start with this one. Hey, did you see the story in the papers this morning? They're saying that the old, creepy Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is set to be revived. Yeah, seriously. Some angel investors swooped in and bought the rights to the restaurant. They're planning to transform it into a haunted house of sorts. The attraction will celebrate and memorialize the history and urban legends that residents have told about the pizzeria for years now.
Oh, Foxy.
Looks like they're moving forward with the name Fazbear Frights.
Oh, Springtrap.
Just thinking about
I remember Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Don't be afraid.
Oh God, Mango looks creepy.
Just like me. Can we visit them sometime?
Apparently debuting a new animatronic that they're calling Springtrap.
Yep, I know Springtrap. Whoa, Toy Chica! I know Springtrap.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. Do you think you'd survive the night at Fazbear Frights? The lines are now open, and I want to hear from you. Give us a call.
Soon.
If you ever find yourself working the night shift at Freddy's Pizzeria, the last thing you want to do is fall asleep on the job. I mean, come on, Mike, falling asleep with all these dangerous animatronics wandering around? If Fazbear Entertainment wants to increase productivity, they definitely need to invest in some standing desks. And if you ask me, the only option to go with is FlexiSpot. The reason I say that is because the lovely people over at FlexiSpot were kind enough to send us their next generation high adjustable E7 Pro desk. And when they say height adjustable, they mean it. I mean, this desk is truly customizable to suit your standing height. Heck, this desk has a hugely impressive weight capacity of over 160 kilograms. The other great thing I love about FlexiSpot's desks is they allow you to program your desk for up to 4 preset heights, available at the touch of a button. And I've got to say, I love the improvements they've made around improving desk management. The magnetic concealed cable management is a huge improvement and really speeds up the installation process. FlexiSpot is having a mammoth Black Friday sale with up to 50% off. That means you'll be enjoying the lowest prices of the entire year. Furthermore, if you use code FSKOL, you'll get a further 10% off. But here's the deal. If you order the E7 Pro from the 13th of November to November 23rd, you're going to enjoy an exclusive code and priority shipping, making it even cheaper than Black Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to miss out on a massive deal, I honestly can't speak highly enough about FlexiSpot. Thanks again to them.
Tell me, do you believe in those monsters? I'm talking.
Whoa. What was that about? Fazbear's Fright with a Springtrap, so I know. The FNAF movie's biggest theory solved. Five Nights at Freddy's lore. What is this one? Five Nights at Freddy's 2, 2025. FNAF. Okay, guys. Let's see what Scott Cawthon is gonna say. So like this video is just gonna be a little bit longer. So I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. And so like I looked it up. That says Scott respond about FNAF 2 movie, and it says Scott Cawthon responds to FNAF movie, and so let's see what Scott Cawthon's gonna say. And let's do this, kaboom.
Scott's official statements regarding everything we know about a FNAF movie sequel help paint us a picture of what we're meant to see in the actual film and if the sequel is truly meant to be coming or not. Scott Cawthon's original statements that link towards our expectations following the original Five Nights at Freddy's movie show us that he's actually nothing but supportive towards a second installment after the first, only on one condition. This is going to be the important part. During a Markiplier live stream, he sums up the start, at the very least, of what we know about his take on the situation by stating, if we're fortunate enough to get to work on a sequel, which is basically him by stating, if we're fortunate...
Let me read that. If we're fortunate enough to get to work on a sequel, then hopefully we will have another shot at getting the king of FNAF into a FNAF movie. I can't wait for Iron Lung in the meantime. Oh yeah, Iron Lung. Yeah.
Enough to get to work on a sequel, which is basically him referencing the idea of follow-up movies occurring in the near...
Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's 2023. Markiplier's reveals if he's in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Markiplier has given a clear answer of the rumors of a possible in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Okay.
Near future, based on the one condition I'll reveal later in this video.
Oh yeah, guys. I've been watching this video. I've been watching this video without recording, and plus, I tried to play this game, but for some reason it just crashed for some reason. So yeah. Anyway, let's just go.
Fortunate enough to get to work on a sequel, which is basically him referencing the idea of follow-up movies occurring in the near future based on the one condition I'll reveal later in this video, then hopefully we will have another shot at getting the king of FNAF into the FNAF movie. I can't wait for Iron Lung in the meantime. While for starters, his original statement throws Markiplier in the mix regarding future films as he was unable to be involved the first time around for filming, it's also going to be incredibly important to add in what he's revealed regarding the filmmaking process going forwards from this recently released movie beforehand.
Hold on, guys. I will be right back because my mom's bothering me. I will be right back. Okay, guys. I'm back. And sorry, guys. sorry, guys. That took a while. It's because my mom made me dinner and she wants me to eat dinner dinner. Because eating food is way more important than video making. So that is why I have to do that. So anyway, let's just continue watching. And once this video is over, and then we will watch a little bit of this in the next video. It's because I don't have enough time to do that, so yeah, anyway, let's just continue.
This is going to be the main part that connects us into the present day. We're told specifically, back in August 2018, Scott Cawthon, the creator of the video game series, reportedly mentioned in a Steam community forum post that if the first film were successful, 2 more films would be made based on the second and third video games. Cawthon also mentioned that he had already written an outline for the second film. At the very least, this confirms what we already assumed about the 3-picture deal that was put into place already. While this 3-movie deal acts as a common practice amongst movie studios in general, Scott's statements tell us that it's 100% the intent of the production studio to actually follow through with it, as long as the one condition I mentioned is fully met. So the proof following Scott's reasoning and all of the information released so far tells us the one condition he had for the sequel movie to actually...
You ever have a clip you just want to share with your friends?
Come on.
be produced was actually already fulfilled. This next film is definitely coming up soon. In terms of revealing what exactly that condition was meant to be, we're able to gather insight through what his fellow project director said, the actual producer of the movie, Emma Tammy, and the production studio owner, Jason Blum, as they obviously have a huge influence on how matters are handled here. And we know regarding the sequel Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Emma herself tells us, "I think we would all be really excited to dive into that if this one does well. But if it seems like audiences have an appetite for that, we would be so excited to make it." Basically, it all comes down to the audience's actual perception of the film and the portrayal of the characters in the first place. Even Matthew Lillard himself attests to the idea of the film being created for the actual fans of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, to give them the experience that perfectly encapsulates all of the lore and characters they already know and love. It's meant to be a big deal to them. The success in the eyes of the fans prompting the next movie is actually Scott's reasoning as well, considering he uses the phrasing, "if we're movie," is actually Scott's reasoning as well, considering he uses the phrasing, "if we're lucky enough to produce a follow-up film," connecting back to essentially what the actual director told us. And in terms of that very topic, what's meant to solidify in the creation of the movie to continue off of the first Five Nights at Freddy's film events, we know the first movie ended up with a whopping 89% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Despite it not doing so hot in the eyes of critics, we know the film to have been created for the fans in the first place, as I said. Accompany this massive win for the recently released project with the fact it had a $130 million opening with only a $20 million budget. The people behind this massive project more than 6x to their money, meaning overall, we are getting a second movie. It is happening, end of story. And it turns out, knowing the sequel is on its way following the first Five Nights at Freddy's film, we have some huge new insight on everything to know regarding the film itself. Namely, an update on the highly anticipated cameo for the film, the YouTuber known as the King of FNAF, who is connected with Scott Cawthon's statements that basically tell us he's very likely to show up in the sequel. It was actually revealed as of very recently what the original role that was meant to be associated with Markiplier was actually meant to be, as pushing it over to a sequel could spell out his involvement in movie number 2. Joshua J. Bow tells us, "Do note that MatPat had showed the other actor's wardrobe in the behind-the-scenes footage he made, and Markiplier was on the wall to be the first security guard that dies at the beginning of the movie. Basically one of the highlighted night guard roles that would have him off-screen pretty early on." We get a perfect connection into what this could spell out regarding the sequel by what a commenter tells us. "Things happen for a reason. The schedule conflict could be a blessing in disguise for Mark. This way, he doesn't have to be killed in the first few minutes of the film, and maybe he will have an even bigger role. It's likely, however, that the security guard role he was supposed to play would get transitioned into the... It's likely, however, that the security guard role he was supposed to play would get transitioned into the FNAF 2 related equivalent. Psst, it's gonna be Jeremy. As FNAF 2 related themes specifically have already been highlighted to us to reveal everything meant to actually be going on in the next film. It all connects to, for starters, a secret message actually found in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie post-credit sequence, in which we hear a message that spells out the letters, "Come find me." This huge Easter egg tying into future events is what many originally grouped together with the puppet character, as the puppet's music box is heard right before the message is played. But it goes even further based on the fact that the puppet is actually meant to be possessed by Mike's brother in the film. That's right. Essentially, the most important part of this that's even further backed up by the theory that Mike's father is meant to be a representation for Henry Emily, William Afton's business partner in the games who helps with the creation of the animatronics. In the training video, we see a man doing just that, working on animatronics, who ends up looking pretty identical to Mike's dad in the first place. It could also explain why William Afton has a strong reaction to hearing Mike's last name after going through his file. It simply brought up old memories of his ex-business partner and his son. Making this Henry correlation with Mike's dad is essentially all the proof we need to show that, just like the games, it's likely Henry's child is again meant to be used to be the puppet after their death. It perfectly synced everything together with the game's concepts, and is meant to finally give us insight into the situation regarding his family's past. As we know, Spring Bonnie is responsible for his disappearance, but don't know the exact whereabouts of his brother's remains. As for more solidified information that connects to what we should expect for the sequel, we're specifically told that this follow-up movie...
Hold on, guys. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Well, I know I did not stop the recording. My mom just opened the door and I'll just make sure I'm here and then closed it. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
is meant to be a sequel, not in fact a prequel like we see originally with our games transitioning from Five Nights at Freddy's 1 to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It explains why near the end of the movie, Abby asks if they're allowed to revisit her animatronic friends later in the future. But we also know in fact that Scott Cawthon has revealed the outline for this very film has already been worked on. It's meant to correlate with the new story that slightly deviates from the original lore Five Nights at Freddy's fans are more familiar with. Essentially, the FNAF 2 themes are basically undoubtedly meant to accompany future events in the movie's timeline. We see more proof of this concept, in fact, based on the idea that there's another hint we receive after the FNAF 2 music box song, namely a new sound similar to the FNAF 2 menu song. We can also throw the presence of Balloon Boy into the mix here to spell out just how strong the themes are relating to FNAF 2. The most important element here, however, in terms of revealing our leaked information about a sequel to the FNAF movie, is gonna be our additional secrets that spell out everything you're gonna need to know. I actually put together the entire story of what was released in this video right here. So for the full insight into the situation, make sure to check it out.
Okay, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay,
YouTube
guys.
Premium is ad-free.
Okay, guys. I'm going to end this video here, and so I believe in the next video. We're going to we might probably be watching that one or this one, but we don't know. But in the next video, we might probably watch this one first, and then this one second to see, okay? Anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.